Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Stable video. After a whole year, I'm back. For you, it wasn't really a year I was streaming and all, but yeah, I haven't played this game in a year. Like, the time flew by so fast. It's insane. Anyways, I'm back, and hopefully I will not be gone. I edited all the old videos I recorded a year ago and uploaded them recently. So we're back on the actual new stuff that's coming. Before we jump into the video, I want to mention here, in case you guys, I assume that not most of you watch live streams, like some of you just watch my videos, so in case you haven't seen in my streams, I had a cat, a white and black cat, that unfortunately got cancer, skin cancer, and she was struggling a lot. We tried to take care of her, but it spread everywhere. Like, cancer started from her ears, which I want to talk about a little bit. But she got skin cancer on her ears, and then it spread to her mouth and lungs, and unfortunately we had to euthanize her on May 5th this year, 2025. It was Monday, I do remember. So yeah, her name is Tsitska, and you can actually see her in my past streams on the bed and stuff. She was like lying there. Also, excuse the mess in my room, it's terrible, I know. Anyways, I just wanted to like honor her and like inform you guys in case you haven't seen what happened. Her euthanasia was quite rough for me and all. I wish we could have done more, but I want to talk about something, since probably some of you know I do study veterinary medicine. I'm a student at University Orwell Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, and I realized that same goes for human medicine, like doctors and veterinarians both, I think, need to do a better job at preventing diseases rather than just curing them. Because I feel like a lot of like pet owners, same goes for us humans, we don't know that some things can cause like a lot of health issues, so we're like not aware. So if like her cancer could have been very well prevented if I had the knowledge, but I didn't. And sometimes you just don't, it doesn't cross your mind to Google something or whatever. Just don't know that it can go that bad. So anyways, I want to be like advocate for pets, mostly humans as well, but like pets, since that's what I'm studying. Animals in general. So I want to let you know, guys, that even though they do have foreign entities protecting them, dogs and cats and all other animals can also get skin cancer from sun exposure. So that's what happened, really. And usually they get it at the top of their ears or their nose, or like any like part of the body that is exposed, like the skin is exposed to the sun. So if you do have a pet, please don't let it out, like sit in the direct sun when it's really like, you know, in the middle of the day or whatever. So be careful. They can also suffer skin cancer, same as we do. They do have fur that is protecting them, but the areas like ear that don't have so much fur or not no fur at all, they can suffer skin cancer, unfortunately. It takes a long time to progress to skin cancer. It is preventable, even if it's if it gets to the cancer, if you diagnose it early, you can, which sounds horrible, but you can cut the ears off, or like part of the ear or the whole ear, to prevent cancer, because the cancer is aggressive, but it takes a long time for it to actually start spreading to other parts of the body. It's usually just local. So please protect your pets. I hope this helps someone. It looks like sunburn. It starts like sunburn. So if you see any crusting on the ears or nose or any other part of the body, please go to your vet. Also, I do think that if you are not sure that something is wrong or not with your animal, go to the vet. Even if it's nothing, it's better to make sure that it is actually nothing, rather than like, oh, maybe it's nothing, and then you find out you should have went to the vet earlier. So if you're unsure if it's if everything's fine or not, just go to the vet. So yeah, I hope that this experience like one helps someone else prevent the loss of their pet. And yeah, she actually wasn't our cat. Like, she wasn't mine. She was like everybody's cat, like a neighborhood cat. But essentially, like, we are the only ones who actually took care of her, in terms of we are willing to take her to the vet. Unfortunately, she doesn't visit that often, since I have my cats. So she doesn't really like them, and she doesn't visit often. So that's, yeah. I wish she did visit more often, because I probably would have caught that earlier. But yeah, it could have very well been prevented, and that's what makes me so sad. It's been 2 months now. A little bit over 2 months. And it feels like it's been ages ago, because so much happened during these 2 months. I guess I'm doing better. It's still hard, but yeah, I just wanted to honor my pets at the beginning of the video, and also spread awareness of these things, because I feel like I personally didn't know. If I knew, because I saw something is wrong with her ears, but I never thought it could turn into cancer, and didn't cross my mind what it was actually. So yeah, if I knew, I would definitely be able to help more and prevent it. So my goal as a veterinarian and as a content creator and like YouTuber or whatever, I actually don't like the phrase content creator. I love YouTuber more. Anyways, my goal is to spread awareness, both about animals and like other stuff as well, to help like prevent stuff like this, to actually advocate for animals as much as I can, so that we can prevent stuff rather than just try and cure them, because not much can be cured actually. So yes, that's the thing I wanted to inform you guys, and I hope this helps someone. The next, we can continue with the video. Since I wasn't checking this game for a year, we are going to check a bunch of new stuff that came out. So first of all, I think they quite updated their beautiful page, which I absolutely adore. However, we're gonna go to news, and we're gonna scroll down, and we're gonna go through bug fixes and game blogs first. So bug fixes we can actually read is a page where you can see the last updated and the like known issues they're working on, and then the actually fixed bugs, and you can report it here. And yeah, they're constantly working on the bugs, but fixing them, but not all of the fixes are actually here, because there are some minor bugs that they do fix, but not just don't write about it. Anyways, you can scroll down to the January 8th to 14th, like last year. So a year, 2 years, right? A year and a half. You can scroll down, but we actually checked this out a year ago, or like when this was out. But what we didn't check was this. From here on, I missed stuff, and I don't wanna bother too much with this, but I'm so glad I did this. You're now able to enable or disable gatherables on your minimap. To do this, open the map, click on map icons, and scroll down to gatherables near you. Because do you guys remember from like one of the latest videos I posted that when you ride around your rig, like the gatherables, like the flowers and stuff, pop up on the map, and it was a bug where there's a bunch of like flowers around you. I think that was a bug as well, but the thing is, you get a bunch of these icons and you cannot see anything else because of them. So I'm glad they did this. And there were a lot of interesting bugs. Avalon is no longer in T-pose. It's one I like. Because you guys remember he was like this, walking around Vildale. So that's fixed. Okay, well, this is all old, so there's no point on covering everything, but a lot of bugs about, I guess, quests and, well, in general, new stuff that was there. They fixed lighting in the home stable, which is very nice, because it was too dark. Some missing texts, a lot of visual, like walls blocking players to go somewhere. You know, these invisible walls. Like some network errors, like also there was a freaking glitch where players were being banned from the game for clicking something, which is ridiculous. They did fix all of that. So if you guys want to read, you can go on their page. The link is on below, and you can read all this if you're interested and you missed something. Adjusted the lights in Idris Circus tent. Is one I should highlight. A lot of like quest things, a lot of quest things, a lot of adjusting like the position of quest item in Silvergate Manor, making it easier to complete the quest stars over the field. That's with Mario at the observatory, I believe. Oh, NPC cats in the game are no longer all the same. No longer all clones. So they fixed that, so they're all different now, I guess. A lot of adjusting, as I said. Introduced an option to disable the winter filter while snow effect is active. This is also a crazy one. Resolved an issue preventing players with a large number of mails from opening their mailbox. Like the mailbox got physically stuck. They smoothed out uneven terrain around Moorland, or Manor, I'm sorry, as well as arenas by Steve's farm, the riding hall, and the manor, which is nice. Removed snow from Discovery area in Fort Pinta, the view distance and stuff like that. A lot of like bugs have actually been fixed. Some stars actually weren't able to be collected. Oh yeah, this one was crazy. Fixed an issue at the Merlin Equestrian Festival where, oh no, sorry, not that one. Fixed a bug where approaching the Paddock Island pier on horseback would teleport the horse into the water. Some crazy bugs here. Oh, this one, guys, spoiler alert. They literally told us where the token photo is. Fixed an issue where an invisible collision was blocking players from entering Justin's prison cell to collect the 11th token photo. I'm like, oh, thanks. Okay, this one I think is important for guys to know. They disabled the call for pickup function during the boss fight in Eldritch Awakenings. I don't know the quest, it's probably the newer one, but just so you guys know, it's not available anymore. Okay, so I want to read the newest one, which is fixed issues July 9th. Implemented a potential fix for an issue where some horses displayed incorrect in the wardrobe window. If you continue to experience this issue, please contact our support team so we can investigate further. Implement a potential fix for an issue where player character eyebrows were not displayed correctly and appeared missing. If this issue persists, please reach out to our support team. Fixed an issue where the Blue Roan Ardennes Gen 3 obtained through the Horses app couldn't change its main style at the Horse Stylist. Fixed a UI issue on mobile where the arrow pointing to the Trailblazer button was incorrectly positioned. Removed a pink balloon that was unintentionally floating at Steve's riding arena. Fixed an issue where patting any horse while riding would lock the player, forcing players to restart the game. Fixed an issue where interacting with veterinarians in Silverglade Village, Jarlheim, and Anoeli during certain quests would incorrectly open the horse mood service window, preventing players from progressing in the quest chain. And so this is the known issues. Red Squirrel, Black Squirrel, and White Mistfall Chimpung are deformed, affects all players or all platforms. Lisa missing during Aideen's song at first light for some players affects some players all platforms. Horses without a special trick may get stuck if the spacebar is pressed while standing still, affects all players desktop only. Tapping out and back into the game on Android devices causes all in-game sound to be muted, affects all players Android only. Special characters may not display properly in text field within the Riding Club UI, affects all players, all platforms. The UI sometimes shifts when adjusting the distance to the horse on mobile devices, affects some players mobile only. And last is players fall through bridges while doing daily fishing quests in Harvest Counties, affects all players, all platforms. So these are the known issues. I like that they post these things because I think it's very useful to know what they're working on. So here we have the blog post. I'm not gonna bother too much with these, but Star Stable July blog Trailblazer. Let me just see if I did. Yeah, it's the. Yeah, okay, I'm good. I had to write down from where I should read. So this, I missed a couple of days. Of course, whenever I swear. Okay, I cannot talk. That makes sense when I'm mixing English here. I swear, every single time I stop playing this game, I stop unintentionally. I just don't have the time to cover anything. And whenever that happens, there's so much going on in this game. Like, so much. Like, last video, like my last video I recorded, which I uploaded last Wednesday, was the one where they did actually put the story quests in the game, the new chapter, but I wasn't able to cover it because I didn't progress enough. And then I had literally nothing to do. Like, literally nothing. Because I need to grind reputation for the story quests, and I want to make a video about it. Not gonna spoil, but I couldn't do the new update quest, and I had literally nothing to do. And then I leave for a year, and then all of a sudden there's a battle pass system, there is stable customization, there is updated web page, updated launcher, bunch of new features, new horses, like bunch of new horses, updated areas, new story quests, a bunch of new outfits, like everything, absolutely everything, while I'm not playing. As soon as I start playing this game, nothing happens. Like, every single time. I've played this game for over 10 years. And it's the same thing every single time I cannot play this game. This happens. I don't know why and how it always happens. Like, I understand it's a coincidence, but every single time. It happens every single time. It's crazy to me. Anyways, I will stop yapping. Some random things. Trailblazer track is essentially a Star Stables version of Battle Pass. It's super cool. It usually lasts for 4 weeks. And we have a bunch of rewards. There is a outfit, like the name of the Trailblazer track, which the first one was Trail of Dawn, has its own, like, it's not just randomly called like that. So it has its own, like, connections, I'll say references or whatever. And the outfit also matches the, I guess, the season of the battle pass and the name and the whole idea of it. And we get a lot of other cool rewards besides the outfit for both our horses and our characters. So essentially the idea of the battle pass is that you just play the game as you normally would and collect rewards. However, everyone can collect points equally. However, only Star Riders can collect it. But that's fine. I think it's okay. This was the first outfit. And it's so gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Well, that's basically it. So they just, in this blog haul, they just talk about how, like, they thought about this idea, try to implement it, see how it works. This one, Startable August blog part 1, future update. So they talk about stuff that they promised but didn't actually fulfill and stuff they actually did. So equestrian disciplines, they did add the show jumping with the penalties. They did add dressage, lunging, stuff like that, which is amazing. They did a great job. I know they still have to work on other stuff, but this is amazing that they did. A Hot Topic wardrobe UI revamp. They actually did this, and it looks amazing as far as I've seen. I didn't check it in game. I actually didn't log into the game for a year, so this is gonna be very fun. Anyways, so basically they did a new UI. They do change a lot of stuff in the background that we do not see and hopefully cannot notice, because these are like the engine upgrades, the code upgrades and whatever, so that the game runs more smoothly and is more stable and stuff like that. And it allows them to implement other cool stuff in the game and progress more. So the very important updates are happening and we cannot actually notice them because they're in the background. That doesn't mean they're not doing anything. There are actually a lot like over their heads in tasks they have to do and in projects. It's so cool. I think they are doing an amazing job, honestly, with this game. So they did the UI change, which we will check out later. And they are trying to, like, implement more space, wardrobe space, inventory should be changed and stuff like that. Like the whole thing of, like, items and all, how the game processes the items, how we interact with it, how we use it, it all should be changed. Third time's the charm in New Home Stable. Now, they tried 2 times to make the stable customization thing possible, but now they are actually succeeding in it, and it's amazing to see. So they actually started with this. We will check it out in the updates, but that's what they talk about here. Retrofit for all Gen 3 horses. They made this whole, I'll say, program, because every single time they add a new tack, they need to manually fit every single piece of the new mesh, which is like how a piece of tack looks, to the horse, every single one of them. So that's, like, takes too much time, obviously, it's just stupid to do it manually, okay? So just too much time, it doesn't pay off, really. So they still want to, like, retrofit horses so that older models, and then when I say older, I mean the previously released horses, but this applies only to Gen 3 horses. So they want to do it faster because they want us to be able to wear any piece of equipment on any horse. So they made this whole, instead of, like, doing it manually, they focused on making this program, let's say, that will do it by itself. Like you just click and it retrofits. Now, obviously, this has its downsides, and one of them being they cannot test for bugs that easily. They can for some, like the system is made so that they don't, so that the bugs don't appear as much, and it's more stable and stuff. But of course, the bugs will like be here and there. Okay, that's impossible to do without bugs. Okay, so we as players should report these bugs so they can actually fix them. But the biggest part of retrofitting will be done automatically by the program instead of manually by the employees, which is very useful for them and for us because we get to wear our favorite pieces of equipment on our favorite horses. Future updates and what's to come. Stable customization, retrofitting horses, wardrobe, basically. A new way of interacting with your horse and fellow players. Gen 4, horse customization and breeding. First things first, breeding is out of the table right now. Or off the table. For now. They're focusing on horses, or taking horses to the next level and adding customization options to them. That's what they're gonna work on. Your character, the player avatar. Well, actually, let me just read this real quick. Last year, I mentioned making backend changes to allow character name changes. During 2024, we shifted our backend priorities to support functionality in our launchers and secure the handling of your Starcoins wallets instead. The name change is not forgotten, but with our current priorities, it won't happen during 2024 or 2025. So that's something we are expecting in 2026 probably. Now, when it comes to customization, we did ask a long time ago to get new body types, skin color, whatever. So they decided they rather want to go for the slide bar thingy rather than just like, so we can actually, it's so hard to explain. I forgot English, okay? I forgot how to do this. So they want to do the slide bar thing so that we have more control of creating our own character rather than just picking between the already made like types and stuff. So that's what they're working on, really. We're working on optimize and improve our graphical rendering pipeline as the first step. Then this needs to be in place before we can add more customization options to your character, otherwise we risk an increase in crashes and other instabilities to the game, which easy no go. I'm annoyed by this chair actually. It keeps on sliding back. Once the changes to our base graphical pipeline is done, we'll be able to start work on adding more customization options for both horse and character. Additional body types will be worked on during 2025, and we're currently thinking of going with sliders in order for you to be the creator. When you get to experience them is most likely in late 2025 or even in 2026, depending what unknown we run into. We know that is disappointing to hear, but we want to be transparent about what we can deliver and when, rather than leave reward and guessing. This is one other thing that they're focusing on, is being transparent about as much as they can. So like when to expect stuff and the reality of making the game, because they do run into a lot of issues, a lot of, oh, this actually cannot work like we planned, find a solution around it and stuff like that. So it does take a long time to make some stuff. They cannot predict this really, so they want to be transparent rather than just leave us hanging. Game performance improvements, I talked about. They are focusing on doing this UI and game navigation. They also want to improve the UI and not just the way it looks right now, but behind the scenes things, so that it allows them to add new stuff and like expand on the whole thing rather than just like So for now, like when the All-Star Saber was, they had to take an idea they have of implementing something in the game and then adapt the idea to the engine and how the game works. But now they're changing the engine so that it allows them to add new ideas without having to like compromise or on anything mostly, right? I hope I can explain this. If you're interested more about this, I encourage you to read the blog posts. They are my favorite part of this whole thing like that. I love the updates and all, but I love when they post the blog posts because I love reading those behind the scenes stuff. It's super cool. Bugs, as I said, they started fixing them faster, reduced the number of bugs in the game, and like the bugs that are actually happen in terms of like the bugs that appear. And they made the whole like page about it, which we checked out. Narrative and story, they are continuing about this. They did work on a bunch of story quests in the past year. This, I love this, okay? The Frisian. They updated the Frisian for the freaking 4th time or whatever. This is the 4th version, I think. We had the Generation 1 Frisian, the very old one. Then we got the Generation 2 Frisian. And then, yeah. And then we got that's the weird looking one. And then we have the Generation 3 Frisian that is even weirder. And then they actually did the justice to this breed. It looks fantastic. So here are the colors. They actually, whenever they do implement the breed, they accept of like obviously looking into the movement of the horse and the characteristics like the body type and stuff. They also look into the actual coat colors that are available and approved by the set books and stuff. So there is a rare red gene, and I assume this is these two. And also the only marking that is approved is a small star, which is this that you can see. So to highlight the variations with these special markings, we choose the braided competition main style as their standard main style whenever you would approach them in the horse market, making these distinct features more visible and not hidden behind the heavy forelock. You're still able to choose whatever main style you see fitting for your Frisian. So they are just going to be displayed like this so that you can actually see the marking. Discovery phase, research and inspiration. So basically, this Star Stable employee actually has her own Frisian mare, Mikey? I don't know. I hope I pronounced it right, but she's beautiful. Look at her. She's actually gorgeous. And so they had a lot of like material to work with, which is amazing. Here is the comparison between the Generation 3 and I guess this is a Gen 4 horse. It's not really Gen 4. It still counts as Gen 3, but compared to this one, look at that. So much more realistic, beautiful, so much better, like the model itself. And then here they explain the process of making the mane. Thing goes for the tail, but they showed the mane here. So they say no more noodle manes, I promise. Cause yeah, I mean this. It was very funny. Anyways, cities. So the old model had 3 of these, I'll say, rigs, I think. They call this a rig. And then these segments they call bones, I think. So instead of 3, the new one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And instead of 4 bones, the new one has 4 to 8 bones in each, which makes the animation so much smoother. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's amazing. Anyways, this is so weird. They wanted to do to make it same as Ardennes, where you can actually put the leg wraps and stuff on the horse's legs, even if they have this heavy feathering, but it will hide. Before, we weren't able to put leg wraps on horses that had feathering. Now we actually can. This will forever look so funny to me and kind of creepy as well. But yeah, so they have the 3D model that is like in grayscale, and then I think this is like making a mesh for it, but this is how they also draw like the code colors and stuff. So they paint this, let's say, and then they just like wrap it around the model. It's super cool. I didn't know that this is how it's made until they actually talked about this way before. And this is the Star Stable employee with her beautiful mare, and they look stunning. I absolutely love this picture. It's beautiful. Anyway, so they did Frisian justice. The horse is freaking amazing. And then we have medieval and home stable customization. So they changed this whole area of the Forgotten Fields into this. And they were inspired by this. It's actually from the some sort of event festival, actually near their the Stockholm, their what you call it? Oh my god, their office. That's right. So they made this. The whole medieval thing is actually permanent addition to the game, and it is located at Forgotten Fields and looks amazing. They talked about this and were like, this doesn't fit the medieval, so they made this, and that's how it looks in the game. It looks absolutely stunning. They also made the shields, various ones, and these are the houses, the 3 houses. This is just like the universal thing. And these are the 3 houses. And there are like logos and stuff, banners as well, the flags. It all looks so cool. And then they made these bleachers. That's right, bleachers. And now the home stable customization. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. Like when I was playing this game 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you name it, if someone showed me this, I would be like, no way. Because I clearly remember a period of time when we players begged for the ability to lead our horses, and we got the answer, no, it's too hard to implement right now, we are not able to do it. And now the lead your horse feature in the game is just like whatever, because there's so much more done to this game. So this looks amazing, and it works even better. So you can literally, as I take this, we will look into it more. You can literally change the color, change the material, change the upper wall, the bottom wall, the stable, like box stalls things, the lanterns, everything. And you also have, well, this is the beginning, but they added more to this. You can like choose between these 2 at the beginning, I think. Like the setups, like already pre-made stuff. But then there's like, look how many options. It's amazing. It's actually so beautiful. It's insane. So then the Halloween came to be. And They did another trailblazer. They also did amazing horses. Now, these blog posts are amazing because I want to actually read this one to you by Kylie Sheldon, senior 3D artist. Many of us, employees and players, have wanted a robot horse for a long time now. We've dabbled with the idea, trying to shape it to past Magic Horse teams, but never found the right fit. Until now. Finally, the opportunity presented itself with the Villains of Yorick team, which morphed into villains and anti-heroes, I'm sorry. Since Idris isn't technically a villain or a hero, our concept artist came up with the fantastic robot horse design and matching Patron, and the carousel horse was a combo of designs from both of us. Teamwork makes the dream work. Smiley face. These horses were right up my alley. You know, that alley with all the detail. Yes, that one. I could justifiably indulge myself with a healthy amount of elaborate elements ranging from patterns and worn wooden limbs to metal segments and non-regulated wiring. At one point, the carousel horse did get slightly immensely too detailed and lost the plot. It was no longer an escaped carousel horse with aspirations for a more fulfilling life, but a 100-year-old hunk of driftwood that had seen more things it would rather not talk about. I found this hilarious. A lot of work went into that fail-over-enthusiastic attempt, so I hope for it to find its way into Yorick somehow. Maybe behind the circus tent, amongst a pile of random circus paraphernalia. I think I did learn how to pronounce this word, but I forgot. I think it was paraphernalia / trash. Or standing in the shadowy bleachers inside a tent, just staring. A creepy discovery for a Eurovision explorer, just a thought. They look amazing. However, yo. Peekaboo! And this is the drone. If you can read this, you're too close. That's right. The drone was so cool. So sound of bolt. So it's the horse and the pet drone thing, and this is how the sound making process looks like. When I first saw the Halloween horses, I wondered, how am I going to bring them to life? Then I thought, I'm not going to, the villains will. Instead of bringing villains into the keep, I wanted Dark Core and Idris to influence Halloween from a distance. So I let them use science and magic to create the monstrous creatures that would seek refuge. Or refuge? Refuge. Understanding and companionship in Yorick's home to all things goth and ghostly. I've read the beginning of Bolt's and Calliope's stories, the rest of their stories are for you to write. What about the other folks emulating Dr. Frankenstein that would be Igor and you? Are your creations monstrous? Are you a villain? Or were you doing a good thing bringing those pets to life? Not satisfied with so few monsters running around, we had to include one more, the dreaded werewolf. My designer friend Harry and I have been entertaining ourselves and hopefully you with Buttergood quests for a few years and have been dying to get this quest into the game. With so many wolves chasing us, wasn't someone bound to get chomped and turned? Darn tootin'. I want to thank my colleagues from design, 3D art, UX, UI audio, QA and production for bringing the Halloween area and quests to life. Harry, Gabriel, Oscar, Evelina, Madeleine, Zeke, Max, Axel, Kaisa, and Kez. It's always a fun time with this gang. I'll leave you with a few fun tidbits about this festival. Calliope is named after the instrument associated with carousels. I adapted the horses' origin stories to Ellen, so Ellen could film a horse trailer with existing assets. That was a crazy fun experience. There is a pet named after a god character in a British comedy sketch. there is an NPC named after a character in a classic gothic novel. Happy Halloween! Then the Trailblazer track. My dog just... She was outside, and she's supposed to be outside because it's really nice outside right now, actually. And when she's outside, she tends to like walk a bit around, but when she's inside, she just like lays there the whole day and then is unable to walk for a bit, or like finds it hard to walk. So yeah, it's not healthy for her to be inside the whole time. So she's supposed to be outside, but then she gets inside because the balcony door is open. And my doors are closed when I'm recording. And I just see the doors busting open. By the way, she's a 16-year-old dog. And whenever she needs to go outside, she acts like she's terribly, like feeling terribly bad. And she's like, she cannot walk. And then she falls from her, like her legs give up on her and stuff like that. But whenever she wants to come inside, none of these things are issues. There's no issues whatsoever. She can run, she can jump. Yeah, I think my dog is kind of... She's very smart, but she's kind of, you know, cheeky little bugger. Anyways, the Trailblazer. Trail of Splendor was the second one, I believe. And then we got Trail of Midwinter. That was the winter Trailblazer. They also were, like, the outfit was inspired from Berners. And this is the winter one that they didn't want to spoil. All these outfits that you missed, you can get 6 months after the Trailblazer is over. They will be available in the global shop. And then this, the wardrobe update. Look at that. Fantastic. Looks so cool. So our first exciting update to share is all about your wardrobe. Back in February, we took a huge leap by releasing a new code foundation for how items are stored in your backpack and wardrobe. This was the first of many planned improvements, leading us to today's update. And then they say, survey, we will soon post a survey in the launcher to get your input on what's most important to tackle next. Your voice matters, and we can't wait to hear from you. My voice is giving away because I'm not used to recording. Star Stable November block. John's story? Is it John? Is it Johan? I think it's John. I'll call him John. Sorry if I mispronounced. Story and Silverglade. This month, our CEO, John, shares his story, followed by an in-depth look at some of the changes to Silverglade. Enjoy. That's him. My story. By John Sjoberg, I guess. CEO. Hello, dear Star fam. My name is John Sjoberg, co-founder and CEO at Star Stable Entertainment. This is my story. Oops, sorry. I've always been passionate about games. In fact, I call myself a certified game idiot, since I've never really done anything else, except trying to become a rock star. Didn't quite work out as I planned. I decided I wanted to make games when I was 10 years old. That was in 1984. It feels like a long time ago in a galaxy far away, but it also feels like yesterday. He's 51, I believe. My first game passion wasn't video games. It was pen and paper RPGs. I'd spent endless hours with my friends experiencing outrageous adventures in fantasy kingdoms, post-apocalyptic wastelands, and horrifying alternative realities. Then I started to write, first for myself and my friends, then for others. I was so excited about the ideas I came up with that I wanted to share them with the world, and luckily I found a home working for a company that did just that. Over the course of about 10 years, I designed, rule systems and wrote game worlds, made up weird characters, and told epic tales, and saw them come to life in the hands of players across the world as they dove into my creations. In the same way I had done. I was living my dream. Little did I know where this journey would take me. In the late 90s, I started my first game studio together with two friends I met when writing pen and paper role-playing games. That journey lasted 5 years. 5 very intense years where I learned a lot about making games, mostly by failing to make games. What began next was what would eventually lead to the start of Star Stable Entertainment, this company that I am today incredibly happy to call home. It all began with a churn problem in a mail order book club, which a group of companies was tasked with solving. One of those companies was a studio I co-founded called Pixel Tales. And by the way, Pixel Tales makes these games, or like made them. If anyone's curious, I think that's it. The solution presented was simple. Give the readers computer games for free and they will stay in the book club. We looked at the horse games in the market at the time and felt that games for girls and games about horses had a few things in common. They didn't have great production values. They weren't a lot of fun, often very down to earth. In fact, it seemed that they didn't take their audience seriously, which is so sad. So we thought about how to do something about that. Since we came from a background of magical adventures and epic stories and frankly knew very little about horses, we came up with the concept of Starshine Legacy, a story of 4 chosen girls, their horses, and their fight against corporate greed and an evil being from far away. The games were very well received by the players, so we got the opportunity to create more games in the same universe, Star Academy and the first Star Stable games. I am not familiar with Star Academy, and I would love to play Starshine Legacy and Star Academy and all these previous games at some point. I just realized this video I've been recording for an hour already, so it's going to be so long. But yeah, my goal is to go through all the blog posts and just a few updates so we can actually check the game out. Because, so if you guys watched till this part of the video, thank you. I want to let you know that I got my new PC. If you didn't watch the streams, I got my new PC, so I want to record one final video and check out Star Stable on the old PC and then record on the new PC so we can compare. Anyways, let's continue reading. I wrote, designed, and project managed the production of all the Star Academy and Star Stable games. It was an absolute blast, and I still have very fond memories of putting together the storylines, creating quirky characters. Herman's brothers are still favorites, and learning more about horses than I had expected. At this point, we started to think about what was next for the world of Yorick. The book club didn't want to make more games, and we were uncertain of where to go next. I got the opportunity to join an American video game agency to help independent game development studios with their business development. Because just like athletes, writers, and movie stars, video game development studios have agents too. So I stepped out of my hands-on role at Pixel Tales to focus on my new role, but stayed in the loop and kept helping with the running of the business. The team at Pixel Tales was hard at work trying to think about the new ways to work with the Star Stable, Star Academy, and Starshine Legacy universe, now that the book club wasn't involved anymore. Our creative director at the time was playing a lot of MMOs and one day asked the question, what if we turned Star Stable into an MMO? And the idea of Star Stable Online was born. That's so cool. Together with one of the investors behind the company, that had led the process with the book club, and one of his partners would set up a new business, Star Stable Entertainment, to turn this idea into reality. I joined the board to represent the development team. At the same time, as I was busy traveling around the world as an agent, my actual title was Vice President of Business Development, meeting with publishers in London, Paris, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Seattle. I still spent most of my time in Stockholm in the same office where the Pixel Tales team was busy building SSO. I watched the game come to life, made tiny contributions here and there, but mostly cheered them on from the sidelines and helped guide decisions from my position on the board. In 2013, I took on a new challenge as I got the opportunity to join the strategy game developer and publisher Paradox Interactive, first as Executive Vice President and a bit later as Chief Product Officer, with responsibility for all games in active development. During my time at Paradox, we shipped a lot of spectacular games: Europa, Universalis the Fourth, Hearts of Iron the Fourth, Stellaris, Cities Skylines, I actually know this game, and Pillars of Eternity, to name a few. Almost 5 years later, in late 2017, something happened that would set my life in a new direction. At a board meeting in Star Stable Entertainment, it was announced that the current CEO would be leaving soon. We needed to find someone new, and fast. Then I got the question, would I consider taking over in the interim, just a few days a week, while we looked for a permanent CEO? I said I would, and in January 2018 I jumped into the saddle for what I thought would be a short part-time session as substitute CEO. As I write this, almost 7 years have passed, and I look back on some of the most eventful years of my professional career. It has been one wild, fun, and challenging ride so far. But that is a subject for another blog post. Thanks for reading this far. All the best, John. It was so cool to find out how Star Stable came to be. And then we have the awesome update of Silverglade Equestrian Center. So, this is the old. On April, 8 years ago, another blog post was written announcing the first facelift of the vineyard using this picture. The exact wording was New Look Vineyard. It was 8 years ago. And then, this is the new one. So, the original layout of the area could at times be a little confusing. I myself have on several occasions been the victim of dangerous falls trying to find the best shortcuts riding down to the riding hole. Relatable. Not to mention finding the gardens and the horse trainer. I just must be as fast as possible. But the result I end up with is often the opposite. This is a message I'm sure many of you are very familiar with. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Oh no, you are not. But through arduous training, I finally memorized the correct road, shortcut, and path of this area. But that isn't to say it wasn't a painful learning experience. Let us try and make it a little easier for those to come, yes? So, for this area, Facelift, we decided to make things faster for you by also moving things around in the terrain, hopefully to your convenience. There are now proper shortcuts and proper roads to take you wherever you fancy, hopefully without taking any more falls like I did above. So, we will check this in the game actually, but this is the entrance, the main entrance, and this whole thing is what we saw here. And then here used to be the stables. Now we have paddocks here, and I don't know what this is, but the stables and the lunging paddock are moved here, as you can see. Here used to be just grapes. the vines. Like, this is the old thing, you see? And then here was the vine cellar, and now it's the huge paddock, and the cellar is moved here. Here is the updated stable, and then all these kind of are the same-ish, just updated. Behind is the garden. This whole thing is the garden, like 4 parts of the garden. And then I don't know what this area exactly is. This is the riding hall. It's a bit shifted and all that. And this moved further. It's very, very cool to see. So, gardens. Bigger, better, stronger, hopefully. In the original setup of the gardens, they were quite small and could at times feel cramped or like they had been tucked away and could be hard to find. Sun. Directly behind the manor, we can now find the garden dubbed the Sun Garden. Feel free to scroll back to the highlights picture to see where it is. Earlier, this would be what you might remember as the Pansy Garden, a square enclosure with a small pond in the middle and a big tree to the side. This now features flowers in yellow and orange for a warmer feel. The little pond is under the gazebo. So this is the old, this is the new. Moon. Similarly, if you ride 1 level below, you will find the Moon Garden with blues, pinks, and purples for a cooler look. Earlier, this was known as the Tulip Garden, and it was quite small. It originally served as an entrance to the Pansy Garden and had primarily yellow and orange. And this is the new. Rose. This was a personal favorite of mine in the original setup, and the shape of the flower bed was important to retain, so I made sure that we had a design that still resembled a harp. I also created loads more color options for the roses as opposed to just having red, and we now have 2 main installations of flowers instead of 1. Honestly, this looks richer, but I loved that the roses were red, because like when you say roses, you usually think about red roses, right? And I'm not sure if I knew that this shape was representing a harp, because you can see here, super tiny, but you can see it. Agneta. The last but certainly not least is the Juniper Garden, also known as Agneta's Garden. It is still placed close to Bjorn and Agneta's house, which makes sense, but the Rose Garden has been moved to give both more space. So now we could make a bigger show out of the fountain. It seemed to be one of the focal points of the original garden, so I wanted to keep that. And I arranged the updated hedges to have different shapes and made a new rounded juniper. I miss the statues. I don't know if they're still there. I do. If they're not, I do miss them. Alright, so we have before and after comparison. So, the evolution of wine grapes, from small and dry to lush, green and overgrown. Sneak a peek at the smallest picture, would you? The wine grapes have come a long way, and they surely did. Look at that. I forgot about this. They looked terrible. So, I don't know. Devastated. And then they evolved quite nicely. Some of you might remember this big fellow. Of course, he has given some love too. The position of the big pipe has slightly changed though. Can you find him? So cool. Another personal favorite coming up, building something new from scratch while still honoring the original is not an easy task, but luckily we have someone on our team who is great at it. Please look at these updated bird trees. And we don't have just one updated model, but several varieties. Yay! There's a cozy little place with water at the end of this path, just so you know. So this is the old one, this is the new. And then this branch, like it's the same tree. This is a cool one. We are giving the Baroness a fancy new ride. The updated car is a lighter, almost champagne color to fit her elegant vibe. I like the color, I don't like the model so much. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I don't think it's fitting. There are many more tidbits I could have shown you, but then I would sit atop the manor roof all day, and so would you while reading this. So for now, I will kindly bid you adieu and hope that I see you at the Equestrian Center. My lovely Nordiker is waiting for me downstairs. Anyway, have a lovely day. May Irene Lorenstein. Yes, we do have Norikers in the game, which we will talk about. Okay. Tackling cheating in SSL. So they're trying to make a safer game for everyone. They are really trying to eliminate cheating. They implemented this program that detects third party involved, and it is very, very rigorous. So I will read this. It's real quick. We're all about keeping the game fun and safe for everyone. That's why we're stepping up with a zero-tolerance approach to unauthorized modifications or tools that give players an unfair advantage. Don't worry, if you're using Reshade, you're all good. Because Reshade just changes the game for you and not for anybody else, but this is meant for people that are actually affecting the gameplay. So, the risk of game modifications. Here's how these unauthorized programs can affect you. Players might download a program that connects to the game to modify it. These programs might promise in-game advantages but are frequently unsafe. Some services require sharing sensitive account information, which can lead to account theft or loss, leaving younger players especially vulnerable. These modifications can break the game not just for the cheater, but others they interact with, ruining the experience for everyone. These activities are not only risky, but also violate our terms of service. So what's next? Starting early next year, which is this year, we will begin to ban offending accounts on a zero-tolerance basis. This is a big step toward creating a better and more secure gaming experience. We'll keep you updated as we get closer to launch. In the meantime, if you see anything suspicious, let our support team know. Your reports help us make the game a better place for everyone. Next one. December block, a year in review 2024. So, Stacy, we all know Stacy and we all love Stacy so much, talks about the Frisian, which was done amazingly. The updated disco, the Silverglade Equestrian Center, which is also a big update. The wardrobe update, also a big update. My Stable, a huge update. Trailblazer, also a big thing. And we got the mules. So, if you want to read, links will be down below. You just go to their homepage and then go to news, and you scroll at the bottom of the news, and then you will see these three categories. We have the CEO back. Is John part of the original SSO team? I did not do hands-on work on the original SSO that shipped in 2011, but I spent a lot of time on the Star Academy Spotlights and Star Stable Season Riders games. For those 8 games, I did the writing, project management, and the majority of the digital paper design, so many of the characters and locations that I was part of creating are in SSO. What is your favorite horse? In Star Stable Online, it tends to be either one of the latest Halloween horses we've released. I think that we consistently outdo ourselves in what we bring to these. But if passed, I will vote Nemain. If pressed, I will not vote Nemain. Or anything big and bulky. The Frisian from last year is a recent favorite. Would you ever revisit and revamp Starshine Legacy? For our 10th anniversary, we did a remaster of the Starshine Legacy games and made them available to play directly on our website. You can find them here. How cool is that? Unfortunately, it's in Swedish. But you can play Starshine Legacy. And I will do that, but it's in Swedish. There are still many locations that I love in these games that haven't made it into SSO that I would love to see there when the time is right. Do you love rock? Is John a metalhead? I wouldn't describe myself as a metalhead, but I do love my rock, preferably of the heavier kind. I grew up with bands like Kiss, Wasp, Twisted Sister, and Iron Maiden. Actually, I've got tickets to see Iron Maiden later this year, something I'm very much looking forward to. It has been over 20 years since I last saw them live, which is super cool. He looks like such a cool guy, and also, I love the sweater. What does a day in your CEO life look like? As CEO, I don't have one typical day, but my days vary a lot, which I find fun and exciting. I tend to wake up quite early and start the day by checking out what our players were busy doing yesterday by consulting various fancy graphs and dashboards as I have my first coffee of the day. If it is really early before we have the data from yesterday, I try to get some hands-on time with SSO. I then respond to emails in my inbox that need immediate attention. I like to keep it clean as opposed to my desk, which is more or less covered in sticky notes. I spend a lot of time in meetings and checking in with the people that I work most closely with. This includes, for instance, Stacy, our game director, Anton, our analytics director, Gonzalo, our chief marketing officer. You might know him as Gon, star of the Criollo video we recently posted, and Ismail, our technical director. They share what they are working on and how our many parallel projects are progressing. We discuss changes we want to make, things we would like to investigate and explore, and what opportunities we have for the future. My background is as a writer, game designer, and world builder, and I'll spend a lot of time writing stories in Yorick, so I love attending the meetings where we discuss ideas for the future development of the world, its characters, locations, and stories. Probably much more so than most CEOs, but it is stuff that I really care about and enjoy, so I wouldn't be able to keep away from it even if I tried really hard. Then I naturally have to do a bunch of the normal CEO stuff, like approving invoices. Any hints for the future? We have many plans for the future that I would like to tell you about, but I will hold back on that so that we can share what is coming when the time is right, and we know that we can deliver. But I can tell one thing, we are continuing to deliver loads of improvements to our core technology, the engine which the game runs on. This is something that will become apparent to you in the shape of performance improvements, better game stability, and new features. It will also allow us to keep delivering a great experience to you for many, many, many years to come. What is your favorite character? Do you prefer Fripp, Darko, or Idris? These are two tricky questions. Star Stable Online is packed with cool, fun, crazy, lovable, and simply weird characters. It has always been a point of pride for me that we push the boundaries when it comes to what can be fitted into our world. If forced to choose just one, it would probably be Caliber Thompson, Sabine, or Pi. Or P. P, I think P. If I'd only get to choose between Fripp, Darko, or Idris, the choice is simple. Fripp. I love that little not a squirrel. When are we getting more story quests? Last year, we ran into some unexpected challenges when the story quest we were working on didn't turn out the way we wanted. So we took a break, focused on delivering the Winter Festival and the amazing content that you'll get to see in February that continues to build on something we released last year. Now we have gone back and are working on what would come next in the story quests. They mean a lot to us, and we know that they mean a lot to you. I promise to keep you updated. What is your go-to snack when playing SSO? Oh my god, I cannot read. Given that I, in recent years, have played mostly on mobile, I avoid snacking because it makes my fingers sticky and greasy, which is not great if you want to be able to handle your horse in races. But if I'm not playing SSO, I love olives, crispy corn, and peanut flips. Where are you expanding the map? When are you expanding the map? Funny that you should ask this. During the last few years, we have focused on populating the parts of the map that you already have access to. In 2023, we gave you Hollow Woods, and last year we shipped Silverglade Equestrian Center. While we will continue to improve the experiences across the currently accessible parts of Yorick, we have also started to investigate if it is needed time to expand the map. If everything goes as planned, you might get to hear more about this later in the year. So exciting! I don't know. Mistfall was the last one we got, right? And it happened quite a long time ago, actually. And then we have it, February blog, Medieval and Magical Dragon Horses. Look at that! So, Big Bonnie is involved in Medieval, that's what I want to say. Game Master M says, "Greetings be upon you, Starfam. Here at the office in Stockholm, winter is slowly melting away and making way for sunlight and warmth, and personally, I've switched out my winter coat for a loose tunic, knightly armor, and a sturdy helmet." I won't be reading all of this, but we have 3 house representatives. So we have a Blue Oaks house, a Yellow Wolves house, and Cerise Unicorns. Also, the house representatives are new faces in this quest chain, and they are all named after strong women who broke gender stereotypes in the Middle Ages. Can you figure out who their historical counterparts are? That is so cool. I want to find out. Bugs. She's searching the bugs, and she says, "The memory challenge from the Blue Oaks was one of the quests I worked on, and while it was incredibly fun to build, the search for bugs was an interesting task, as I constantly needed to ask myself, is it bugged, or is my memory just bad?" Anyways, a lot of house-themed flags you can choose between. It gives the vibes of Harry Potter mixed with Game of Thrones kind of thing. And it's perfect if you ask me. Home stable customization kit. Anyways, by Jared Sheldon, senior environment artist, he says, "Collecting all my references was hard, mainly because they got me so excited to start, but I needed to be patient. The time for creating would come. I added some music in the background while getting into medieval mode. And why not hit some bardcore?" It's so funny. Anyways, he worked on the medieval themed... I love this guy here. Medieval themed home stable. And look at that! It's so cool. I love the drawing. And then he had a friend help, his colleague helped with this thing. And this is so cool, like look at all that. So amazing. I cannot believe this looks like it now. And then Magical Dragon Horses. We got the 2 ones. The design, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And these are the end products. The black and the white one. Beautiful. Look at that. Amazing. They also have the open mouth more than the regular horse. And they also breathe fire. And they also have little dragon pets. How cool is that? And then the March blog is... Stacy comes here with the year ahead thing. So they decided to organize themselves with this, like to split all the projects into 2 types, a fixed deadline and soft deadline. Fixed deadline projects have a specific release date that will ideally not change. This includes horses, bazaars, trailblazer tracks, festivals, and more. These projects form the base release schedule of the entire year that we can build on top of, helping to ensure we have content every Wednesday. And then soft deadline projects are work we do alongside the fixed deadline project but don't have a set release date. This is to help our development team balance the complexities of game development, particularly our setup of delivering something every week. Ideally, team members alternate between fixed and soft deadline projects when possible to flex their creativity in different ways. And it's so cool to see. I love the idea of the whole thing. So we have horses and retrofitting, which we talked about. So they don't have the dates, but the breeds that are coming in this year are Criollo, Hanoverian, Mule, Rocky Mountain, Andalusian, and Black Forest. So currently we have Criollo, Hanoverian, Mule, and Rocky Mountain, and we are waiting for Andalusian and Black Forest horse. And then soon you'll receive a new survey for horses you want to see in 2026. I think this already passed. So the retrofitting system, they will be retrofitting horses in batches, and it only applies on Generation 3 horses. Trailblazer Track, Trail of Triumph is a new one. They also worked on improving the actual engine for this so that they can expand on it as well. They worked on the medieval whole thing. The horse looks absolutely stunning. The outfits look absolutely stunning. Main story quest. We aim to release the next part of the main story at the end of last year, but the project proved larger than expected and it needed more time. So we did an investigation earlier this year on what else is required to elevate this experience, and it's currently in production as I write this. This particular release won't end the current story arc, but we aim to get there soon and finally begin the next chapter with the Soul Riders and Dark Riders, which is very exciting, and I think it's going to be epic. Festivals. We have this year we will focus on Equestrian Summer Days. I think these two already passed, or I think Summer Days is currently active, or Western is currently active, I'm not sure. And then we have Halloween and Winter. So basically with these, you can read about festivals. Some things they got rid of, some things they kept but updated a bit, some things they added new, some things they changed completely, but like kept the idea of it. And so they want to bring back some old stuff that we really like, but in a better way. So they're working on all of that every single year. They're gonna add something or improve something a little bit, which I find very nice. Because I don't want I think it's too much work, and I also don't want the festivals to completely change from year to year. I want to have, like, the point of festivals is the tradition, I think, and so I love the way they're doing it. So they're, like, refreshing it, but then still keeping the tradition, which I love. Okay, so gameplay activity refactor really actually is what I just told you guys, that they're working on implementing the stuff from the previous festivals that we really like into the new ones. Equipment refactoring. What is this? Well, the name might not mean much to you, but the outcomes of this project certainly will. And it's basically, it's a soft deadline project that is improving how the game handles items, and the end goal is being with the end goal being possibilities such as new types of tack for your horses, the ability to wear multiple accessories on your character, and more. Exciting feature iterations. I figured out they love the word iterations. Don't know why they started using it a lot. They changed this. They changed this. It's bloody amazing. It's stunning. I love it. Behind the scenes, the development of the whole engine and stuff. They also want to do the update of the map and quest log thing, but that's not gonna happen soon. Another fun thing here, the Hanoverian. One of their employees also has a Hanoverian. Well, actually, a couple of them. Stunning horse. They made it in the game. This is Miran. Another one. This is Princess. Super cute. And then this is Tia, which is the one from the horse, Sortable Horses app. I love how they do have the photo of her as a baby, like a foal. Like, this foal turned into this horse. They don't look like each other at all. And it's amazing to me how horses change their color completely, like the coat. It's so cool. So, here's the fun part about this. As usual, there were some funny bugs during production, the best of which was when the Hano had an alarming dental issue. Good thing it blossomed into the swan we see today. This was at the start of the production, so the Hano had no clothes yet and was wearing the cell grayscale as a placeholder texture. Oh my god. Did you say thief? This is crazy. There was also that time I had feedback to make the nostrils juicy and to adjust the butt height. As you can see, we're a very technical bunch who stick to purely professional terminology. And just nostril shape and make them juicy. This is what they meant. Ears are super funny as well. Hannah butt height. The player character at some point was letting off a lot of steam from her ears and neck. We're not sure what got her so hot under the collar, but we are very glad that she resolved her internal issues. Maybe she had a good chat with sweet old Mrs. Foldsworth. I steam in the face of snow. All in all, this was a pretty smooth ride and a beautiful horse breed to learn about and create. Animating the Hana variant. So I decided that this top class horse is going to be a show jumper. Looks gorgeous. It's one of my favorite breeds. IRL. What the heck is this? What? So this is they work on the like jumping animation stuff, but this is crazy. They made the walk and trot extra relaxed and the trot a little extra bouncy. The horse looks gorgeous. And the canter and gallop a little bit like stiffer, I guess. Not really stiffer, but like the neck held higher to anticipate the jumps. They also made an awesome idle animations as well as the special animation, which is the bucking or like the kicking. Super cute. Super cool, super cute. And then we got the mules. Super cute. The mules' favorite. They brought back the Equestrian Festival again, and they implemented the treasure hunt, which is so fun to do. They also did this quest, a perfect fit for like riders. You're helping riders find the perfect horse quest in the last week. They tweaked, did a little facelift of the area. As you can see, just a little update, nothing too big, but just a little so to prepare for the festival. And then the mule. Yeehaw! Hello, I'm Ludwig, long-time animator at Star Stable. Mule, mule, mule. The mule being the true mischievous stubbornness of equity animals, which really had an opportunity to convey personality in the animations. The mule being half a horse, the reins were a little bit looser. We could experiment with animations, exaggerating the movements, putting extra attention to the facial expressions, and flop the ears. So this is the mule. And her ears. This is so cute. This is happy, this is annoyed. So, this is mule sneezing. So cute. This is the walk. And this is the work in progress of Hee Haw special trick. So cute. Then they also made the ears flop a lot. This like relaxed. This is like special gait relaxed walk. And the ears just go. And that's so cool. This is the floppy groove special gait. And then the bucking. So, then I have the ears flop all over time. We decided to restrict them to a few movements and have the all-out flops as a special gait. The floppy groove, just running along without a care in the world. If disrupting their groove instead of rearing, this horse/donkey would perform bucking for mulish stubbornness. So cool. Look at that. Amazing. This is work in progress. And then this is the mules dancing. Mulimations, as they call it. And mulimators. Then we have the tag system, which you can see fits the tag better, depending on the horse body type. So this is all the like techie stuff. I will not go through this too much, but basically I've already talked about this. They made this program to help fit the tag properly. They chose 3 breeds, which is the Ardennes. Of course, where there is work, there are also bugs. So some of the very funny bugs, invisible horses, this is clipping, what the heck is this? Hilarious. As you can probably imagine, such a huge change creates some interesting looking issues. However, we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We choose 3 very different looking breeds, so we could test. We chose 3 very different looking breeds, so we could test the system to its limits, and we really do think that will pay off when working on porting the rest of the horses. This is the new saddle as well they're working on, or I don't know, maybe they released it. Looks amazing. They're working on the blankets and the martingales and 2 saddlebags and ear bonnets are also gonna be there. It's so cool. So this is the old system, this is the new system. Tag fits way better. Look at that. So cool. I love it. I freaking love it. So if you want to read more, yet again, links in the description. I won't link like the separate posts, but rather just the site and stuff, the web, so you can go through it yourself. This is one of the recent ones. It's the Fort Pinta Beach Festival called the Summer Days. Days Craze, I'm sorry. They updated the shark. Of course, it's Fort Pinta. What a better location for summer. They added the new guy and the shark got updated. Maybe a tourist attraction main destination. Tangent aside, we needed something super duper interesting in Fort Pinta. And so he fell into our hands, our little, well, actually not so little baby, our gleeful finned son, Bruce the shark. Bruce has been a familiar face or fin at Fort Pinta Beach for years at this point. Most notably played a role in the beach festival. Therefore, he ticked a bunch of boxes on our checklist for summer days. He comes from the beach festival with content and quests we can reuse. He is a great tourist attraction and he's like really, really cute, right? This is the old Bruce. Ah, such a charming old man, right? And this is the new Bruce. I'm just pulling your leg. While beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and while old Bruce had charm, new Bruce has beauty. That's right, we had a new and improved Bruce lurking in the depths of the backlog, so why not give dear old Brucey a facelift? So nice. What a cutie patootie. With such a cute face, we couldn't help but use him in even more content. Bruce doesn't obviously talk, but he kind of does through this character called Ben. So this is a new character at Fort Pinta Beach. And then we have the main story. They say this post will contain some spoilers for the content of the quest chain, so if you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend doing that first. And I will stop here because I haven't played it. I don't want to spoil it for myself or some of you guys. But if you do want to read, go ahead. I will read that once I actually do the quest. And then the final blog, which is the June game blog, Yorick Mountain Horse and Voices from SSE. The Yorick Mountain Horse, they had a lot of exploring with this breed. Super cool. Since the breed's name was trademarked, oh no, shocking. That's why it's called Yorick Mountain Horse. They have super cute pictures from the stud farm. So cute. It's so funny. And this is one of the employees riding. And they made the horse. They actually did make the horse. This one. It's so cute. The horse's name is Percy. On to production. Even though this horse couldn't use the original name, we wanted to follow as much of the same breed standards as we could, still honoring the breed the Yorick Mountain Horse is based on. During our research, our animator Pauline found some state symbols such as a tulip tree and cardinal bird, which inspired us to incorporate some of them into this breed. Looks beautiful, stunning. I'm in love with what they're doing with the horses. It's amazing. And the special animation, which is still early, so it's using the Mustang prototype. The Mustang model, I'm sorry. Early prototyping and idea visualization of the special move from Pauline using the Mustang horse. A cardinal feather falling from the sky is caught and given as a gift to the player. That is so beautiful and so cute. And so, well, this was the kind of first look at the code, and then they made into this. It looks beautiful. And they also did this special, and we also wanted to show off its natural ambling 4-beat gates, something that really makes this horse special. The gates are so smooth and comfortable that they make for a perfect trail riding companion. Since the ambling gait is natural within this breed, the movements are not excessive or forced. To show these gaits, the horse was given a trail walk as well as a pleasure gait with hoof lifts no longer than the knees, and this is like the sneak peek. Our tech artists, Francis and Pauline, testing out the rig. This is hilarious. I'm waiting for the trail ride to start. This is from SSEIT. So, by Poe, IT admin. So, that's the guy from the picture above. This guy. So basically he talks about how he's keeping the employees safe, players also, stuff like that. Cybersecurity. And the scuffy looking IT guy and stuff like that is super cool. And he even made this, which is like, I even made it go all red, and the smiley becomes that if something is wrong, because who's going to stop me? He's looks like a super cool guy, super fun. You should go ahead and read this if you're interested. And yeah, that's about it, about all the blog posts we have. It took me freaking 2 hours to go through these two. But we are now gonna go and finally check out the freaking updates, the actual updates. With that being said, Let's open Star Stable. The launcher got updated. You can go into settings. You can also look at the minimum requirements. My PC is actually still good to go for this game, but there is definitely a noticeable difference. Anyways, before jumping into the actual game, we are gonna go and actually, let's just jump into the game first, and then we're gonna go and look into the few updates. I'm so excited. Oh my god, the picture is so pretty. That's so cool. I haven't played this game in a year. I'm so excited to play it again. Oh. Oh wow, what happened here? What is this? Okay, I'll fix this in a second. The Trail of the Wilderness is here. Progress in this trailblazer track to earn unique clothes, gorgeous horse tack, and more. Let me fix this, guys. Oh, they improved settings. Call for pickup, settings, credits, help, controls, quit. Let's go to settings. Graphics. There we go. That's better. So... Oh my goodness. But I want to do windowed mode. Just a tiny bit because we need to read about this. So, game update, Western Coast variations. Hey Star fam, saddle up for a wild ride. New Western variations have arrived in Jorvik. Alright, so let's go and check that out actually. So I am noticing a lot of different things happening, but let's first go to Firgrow. I do notice a lot of different things. I know, I'm just ignoring. Okay, so here we are with a Mustang. This one I own. I think this is the new, I don't remember seeing this one. This one is old, this one is old. This one is old, this one is old, this one is old, this one is old. No, this one is new, I believe. Oh yeah, this one for sure. This one. And this one. So I guess they added another one later on. Wow. So pretty. Oh my goodness, amazing. Okay, let's now go and check out the, oops, the variation of the American Paint Horse. Here we are at Starshine Ranch. I just want, oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, just so my map is a little less crowded. Oh my goodness, there is so many quests. Well, we'll deal with that later, but we're now checking the updates. Oh no, this is a plus, I'm sorry. So, American Paint, I do have this one. This one is old, this one is old, this one is old, this one is old, this one too, this one too, this one too. This is the one from the birthday party. This one is old. This one is new, I believe. So beautiful. I love it. Oh my god, the level of detail. Oh my goodness, the level of detail is amazing. Let's level up the horse. Amazing. Okay, so we can now fast gallop at least. So cute. Okay guys, I just realized you probably were screaming at me. I clicked on the wrong update. I had to go through this one. Champion ranks and Western variations. Hey Star5, we're introducing a new progression system tied to championships and brought some amazing new code variations to Starshine Ranch. This is the one I should cover. Okay guys, I now read the correct update and we got the new... Okay, let me just... This game is loud. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. I'm trying to make it not loud. But we got the new Appaloosa coat, and well, these are all that we had before, I remember. I believe this is the new one and it looks so freaking cute. This, I believe, is the old one. Is this the old one as well? Ooh, this one looks very nice. And then we also have the American Saddlebred. These are old. I know. Oh my goodness gracious, this one's so pretty. Is this the new one? Or did I just not buy it? Oh my god, what is this horse? What is this horse? Hello? I like it, but it's so weird. What? Okay, we have that. We have champion, whatchamacallit, leaderboard. I don't know where to check that out. We have gatherables on and off thing now, which we already saw. It's this thing. Gatherables near you. I'll keep it off. And we apparently got some new... Oh, this is the food thing. Oh, it got updated. I think this is updated. Looks very nice. The new pack at Starshine Ranch. Now I don't know if this horse can show it. Oh, it can. Well, not everything apparently. I like these a lot. Wow, so pretty. Oh, this is the classic saddle pad. This is the Western saddle pad. Okay. So cute. Whoa, this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Oh wow, okay. Oh wait, I didn't see the prices. I didn't even look at the prices. I just looked at the items. They're so pretty. Oh. It is a bit pricey, however... not everything is the most expensive. I'm fine with that. So is that the only shop? Weren't there more shops? I guess not anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna go and try try and find this leaderboard championship thing, which is amazing feature. It's such a cool feature, but I don't know where to find it. Okay, here we are, and apparently the championship is starting. So, yeah, there is the championship. Champion ranks. It's summer fun, ends in season ended. Victory points. Lupines. A ribbon, 2 victory points, a ribbon for lush fields. Lantern, rainbow, fishing bobber, seahorse, disco ball, butterfly and moth. Okay. Welcome to Champion Ranks. Enter championships to earn victory points. Aim for the top to gain more points and become the Yorick champion, earning celebratory ribbons along the way. Champion ranks are available for a limited time, after which the committee will prepare and launch the next season. Points table. Position. And victory points. Okay, so if we are from 1st to 4th, we get 5. From 5 to 8, we get 4. 9 to 12, we get 3. 13 to 16, we get 2. And 17 to 20, we get 1. Available ribbon ranks. Lupines, lantern, rainbow, fishing bobber, seahorse, disco ball, butterfly and moth. So cool. Oh wow. So but the season ended. Okay. Well, cool. Alright, so that is the oops, no. That is everything we had to check for that update. Now we're going to the next update, which is this one. And I think I'll end it there because the video is gonna be way too long. Saddle up and shine. Hey Star fan, the ranch isn't all work without pleasure, so head over to the arena to try out the Western-inspired paddock props featuring barrel racing, pole bending, and more. Okay, so we, in the next update, I just want to highlight because it sounds as well. We have the master volume, music volume, sound effect volume, and ambient volume, and horse volume now, which is a new thing. So we got the new horse noises. Which is so cool. Oh my god. Oh wow. So cute. Okay, nothing new happens here when you like do the quest, let's say. But yeah, the new sounds are amazing from the horses, and I bet there's even more that I don't know about. What if we crash? Oh, there it is. Super cute. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot about the update for Penta. Oh wow, yeah, that's one of the things as well that happened. Oh my goodness, I totally need to check that as well. But they added into the game the outfits from Disco Divas. And they also say Hannah's Golden Glitter Top. and Nova and Minerva. So cool. It's amazing. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh wow, these are nice. As well as the old ones. Pretty. Wow. Alright, and then we have to go to Starshine Ranch to check the props and the roaming animals, which we can now pet as well. So Starshine it is again. Okay. So here we are. We should have paddock props. Oh, there they are. Choice A, confirm. Oh, cool. Choice B, confirm. Oh, wow. And choice C, confirm. Oh, awesome. That looks amazing. We can invite other players. And yeah, we see. Alright, let's find these animals. Let's find our dear animals. Can we interact with pigeons? No. There's a cat. Can we interact with cat? Hi. No. Or can we? There is no E to interact. Is that a roaming dog? Is that like the NPC dog? Like that? That's just standing right? Oh, he is. This is harder than I thought. Hello, where are the roaming animals? Hi, chickens. They're so cute. But I cannot interact with them. There should be cows as well and chickens, but I don't see any. Hello. So beautiful. Hi. Hey? No. No. Hello. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh my god. Oh, there is a Roman cow. Hi. Hello. Can I pet you as well? No. Can I pet you? No. Why? Oh wow. Okay. But can I interact with a horse? I love the character sound as well. They updated that too. Oh no, I cannot. I mean, they do make sounds, but I cannot interact. Oh, that's too sad. So sad. I cannot interact with this cat either. What is going on? I don't know, I'm not seeing many animals running around. They also said that there would be crab dancing at the disco floor during night, so I don't know if that's in Fort Pinto or here. Oh, Idris looks fantastic. Oh wow. The song is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, please don't give me a copyright strike. I don't own this. The song is amazing. Can I pet the kitten, please? No. I don't see any animals around. Oh, there is an NPC here. Hello? Nope. Alright, I guess that's about it for this update. I'm gonna check one more, and that's about it. So for this game update, Arisa's dolls. Hey Surfam, Arisa's dolls are wreaking havoc across Yorick and the bazaar is back. So basically, the dolls will continue spawning once we like actually finish the quest. I will check if I can do this quest, but I doubt. And what's so cool about it is that each of the locations that the doll is hidden in at is important for our epic quest to defeat Karnak. And the bazaar was there with Belgian Warm Blood for 549 star coins and Percheron and Dartmoor for 499 star coins. So, that being said, let's check it out. So, yeah, I cannot do it because it is a part of a story quest and I haven't finished this yet. Alright, so I will end the video here. We checked a little bit of the updates. I need to buy the stable care for me horsey. And yeah, next time, this video will be uploaded on Wednesday, probably. Because like Wednesday is a Star Stable day. So thank you so much for joining. Next time we will be checking this game on our new PC. I'm super excited. So I'll edit this video, I'll post it, and then I'm setting my new PC. So yeah, once more, let's look into the like alcohol for pickup. We'll do that at our home stable at Stays Farm to check out just how the game looks so we can compare it to the new PC. Also, I wanted to mention that I realized there is like graphics are around mid, shadows are turned off, reflections are turned off. This is also turned off. So not recommended settings. Okay, so I moved something on accident. Alright. So yeah. We'll check other stuff as we go through updates so that I don't miss anything, but I'm super excited to compare the game on the new PC and this one, and to finally make a switch and to actually go through all the new stuff they added in the game. Thank you so much for watching. I will record how the game looks like here and compare it to the new one, the new PC in the next video. So don't you worry, you don't have to go back and forth between the videos. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining. I know this video was crazy long, but this is the last video I'll ever record on this PC. It's bittersweet. I love this PC. It's still going strong, but it's time for the Switch. And yeah, I'll miss this old PC, man. I'll miss it. But I'm excited for the new things to come. So thank you so much for joining. Remember to be nice to each other, be kind, take care of your pets. I'll continue to advocate for animals and try to educate as many people as possible, both through my YouTube channel and as a veterinarian, so we can take better care of our pets and ourselves as well. And thank you all so much for the support. I hope you enjoy this. I know this video is crazy long, but the next videos are going to be normal length videos. So without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Also, I want to say thank you so much. It's been 10 years of YouTube. My channel has been up for 11 years, yeah, my channel has been up for 11 years. Like, I made it 11 years ago, but I uploaded my first YouTube video 10 years ago. So it's been 10 years of YouTube and 10 years of videos and 10 years of amazing audience. So thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. I hope you enjoy, and I'll do my best to keep the content coming. So yeah, see you the next one. Bye. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to record just in case that quitting has changed, but okay, no, it's just okay. Not everything has to look fancy and have a nice screenshot. Not screenshot, photo. Nice photo. Okay. Oh, nice. Well, bye.